Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this is going to be a treat. This is Coop or Coop Ale Works, C-O-O-P Ale Works. This is our Alpha Hive. This was sent to me by Shane. So Shane, thanks a bunch for that massive beer mail package you sent me. A lot of beers in that box. So looking forward to reviewing them. Some of them don't have dates on them, so we're going to review them pretty timely because I don't know how the beers are, guys, and I hate to review a beer that's 4, 5, 6 months old, but I'm sure Shane bought the freshest stuff he could get his hands on. That's the reason we need the date, so we know. All right, let's get on with this. 9.5%er. This has 100 IBUs, so this is not for the beginner IPA drinker. This is for the seasoned IPA drinker because it's going to have a lot of hop bitterness to balance out the malt on this 9.5%er. And they brewed this with honey. Let me read the commercial description here. This double IPA is infused with fierce American hop profile and a delicate bee-crafted orange blossom honey from Northern California. A sting of dankness, floral notes, and many a compelling nuance make this spring seasonal delicious. Buzz on, not off. Saying it's a spring release, so hopefully it's fairly fresh. I just wish these guys would date their stuff. The food pairings for this style of beer is going to be your typical double IPA. Cuisine is barbecue. Cheeses are your peppery, Monterey pepper jack, sharp blue, cheddar. Your stronger cheeses, of course, go well with it. And the meat is game, grilled meat and salmon. Glassware snifter, tulip, oversized wine glass. Got my favorite snifter here today. And it says can be cellar because it's a 9.5, but don't sell your IPAs or double IPAs, guys. You'll be disappointed if you do. All right, let's get the cap, top, whatever this thing's called on top of this can. 16 ounce or 2. So I'm not going to pour it all in there. I may try to get it all in there after I have a few sips and stuff out of it to see if it clouds it up a little bit. Sometimes all that juiciness stays in the bottom, the pulp and all that stuff, and you look like it's a clear beer, and then you pour the other bit in there and it clouds it up tremendously. This is not super clear. It's got a slight haze to it, tangerine orange color, nice amber color to it, a little lighter in the thin part of the glass. Very nice. Good looking beer. That pour give us about a finger of head. Let's get a nose on it, guys. Oh yes, and they may be taking a cue from Bell's. Their Hop Slam is brewed with honey, so maybe they're trying to move in on that little bit of hype that beer's got. Man, stand in line, get one bottle, and sometimes you can't even do that, and you have to be there the day the damn shit shows up. So I'd like to see somebody else brew a beer with some honey that doesn't have all that hype. It doesn't cost $10 a freaking bottle, so nobody's got that sewed up. So I mean, any of the craft beer breweries could brew with some honey and duplicate that recipe or come close to it anyway, and not have all that hype. Nice floral herbal notes. It's not a big West Coast style with the piney grapefruitiness and pineapple, but I am getting some nice sweetness from the honey. Maybe some tangerine and oranges in there. I'm going to sip it. Let's get it on. Might as well. Jump right in. Double IPA, guys. Looks pretty good. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Shane. Thank you. I'm about to sip on it before I said that, but caught myself. Ugh. What? It's time. Oh, that's tasty. That is real tasty. A little bit of dankness in there. 9.5%. This will give Hop Slam a little bit of run for its money there. That is real tasty, guys. Alcohol is well hidden on a well-made beer. Now it's a 16-ounce can, and being a 9.5%er, I would probably guess or assume, you know what they say when you assume, that this would probably be sold in a 4-pack, being that big of the ABV and being a 16-ounce can on top of that. Shane, you may put in the comments on the review whether it was a 4-pack and if you just bought one or if you bought the 4-pack, and let me, give us an idea of what it costs for either per can or for the 4-pack, or even if it's a 6-pack. Kind of doubt it, but I would say this is probably sold in a 4-pack or singles. So let us know if what a beer like this would cost, and availability, and if there's any dating on the 4-pack. I know it's not on the can, or maybe it's on the case. If you know that information, you might want to post that. But very, very tasty. And like I said, I'm going to try to get the rest of this in there before I leave. Nice tangerine, herbal, floral notes on that beer. Very well done. It does remind me of Hop Slam. Actually, I've had Hop Slam being a little more boozier than this. So, definitely a well-made beer. It didn't cloud it up too much. Still looks pretty much the same there. So, I would think it's a filtered beer. I don't see any pulpiness or anything like that, like Treehouse does, or some of those others here. I'm not in New England. Up in New England or northern, eastern United States, and those guys have definitely got it going on. I mean, I was telling a couple people that maybe if I was to do a top 5 or 10 list, that Heady Topper and Alchemist from Alchemist and Russian Rivers, Pliny the Elder were in the top 5, and I had somebody say, "You don't think Treehouse is better?" I do think Treehouse is better. I like that unfiltered versions of those beer. The only fuss about that is there's such a small brewery, and they don't distribute, and everything has to be bought there at the brewery, and you have to stand in line. Homie, don't play that. That's just, it's a good thing for them, but it's a bad thing for us. So hopefully they'll be able to expand before too long and send some of this stuff out just a little bit further away than the brewery, and some of us people a little further south or wherever can get some of their beers. But they do know what they're doing there. And there's several of them up there that are producing those awesome beers. So I've had some people post reviews of Hoof Hearted, and I'm not being able to get my hands on any of that yet. Would like to do some reviews on that stuff. So, all right, this is pretty damn tasty. It's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. Let me take it back and let her have 2, 3 sips. We're gonna limit it to about 3. This is pretty damn tasty. I only got one. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna sip on it just a little while and see where it ends up. It looks pretty impressive right now. All right, guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on this about 30 minutes or so. I got a little bit more than a little bit. Not quite as sweet as the Hop Slam, but a nice floral herbal hop presence. Just a hint of some pine in there. Nice honey sweetness to it. Very nice, very well made beer. Alcohol is very well hidden for a 9.5%er. I've had boozier beers at 8% than this one is. Very nice rendition. A great beer from these guys at Coop Brewing. But not a beginner double IPA. With 100 IBUs, it does have some bitterness on the back end, but it's balanced though. I mean, but you wouldn't want to jump in, if you've never had a double IPA or anything, you wouldn't want to jump into something that's 100 IBUs, guys. It's probably not going to sit well with your palate. You have to work your way up to a beer with this many IBUs, and a 9.5%er. So if you're used to drinking the macro lagers and you see this and you pick it up, it is really it's gonna whack your whacker. It's very tasty. I really like this beer. Very nice double IPA. Just wish they'd had a date on it somewhere. Final chug. Awesome lacing left on the glass. Nice dankness, nice honey sweetness to it to match out that 100 IBUs on this beer. Very tasty, very well done, very nice. If I could get this beer here, I would buy this beer here. If they would put a date on it somewhere. That would be my only fuss about not buying this beer and not having a date on it. So, with that being said, to me guys, 9 out of 10 for me on this one. If I was putting a numeric rating on this one, it would probably be a 97. That's where I would put it. And if it had a date on it, and to know how fresh the beer is, it might get a better grade than that. So, over to Beer Advocate, they say 91 in the outstanding range. It is an outstanding beer. Very nice double IPA, or an imperial IPA, however you want to call that. And over to Rate Beer, they say 94 overall, 72 in the style. So we got a 91, a 94, and a 97. I think it's a little bit better than a 91 and a 94. Other than not having a date on it, it is a very tasty, honey infused double IPA. Very tasty. I liked it. I would buy it if they would date it. So if you've had this one from Coop Ale Works, their Alpha Hive, their Imperial or double IPA, however you want to call that, 9.5%. Let me know what you think, guys. And come on back tomorrow. Let's see what's in the fridge. Thanks a bunch, Shane. I do appreciate it, sir.